Come on, everybody. You are on the channel for English for Biology majors, which is brought to you by Tzu University's Susan Ye. We hope after you learn this class, you will think biology is fun and to read biology book is piece of cake. Let's go. Yay! Hello, everyone. Today we are going to finish lesson 19, which are the prefix and the suffix related to plants. First, we need to review the first part of this lesson. For plant, we could use prefix phyto, P-H-Y-T-O, or the suffix phyte, P-H-Y-T-E. When we want to describe things that are related to chlorophyll, we could use phyllo, P-H-Y-L-L-O, which is a prefix, or the suffix phyll, P-H-Y-L-L. And the same prefix and the suffix can be used to describe leaves. When we want to talk about wood, we could use this prefix, xylo, X-Y-L-O. And for tree or tree-like structure, we could use this prefix, dendro, D-E-N-D-R-O. And for shoot, we could use this prefix, thallo, T-H-A-L-L-O, which is also referring to the element thallium, because element thallium, when the chemist burned them on the flame, it produced a green, bright green flame. So they use thallium to name that element. And for root, we have this prefix, rhizo, R-H-I-Z-O. Now let's move to the second part and also the last part of lesson 19. For spore, a lot of plants, those are ferns, you can find spore, but actually spore has a more wide meanings. When we want to talk about spore, we could use this prefix, sporal. And our example is sporophyte. Sporophyte is referring to a plant or the diploid phase in the plant's life cycle, which produce spore by meiosis in order to produce gametophytes. And for angiosperms, like in this picture, this is the Joshua tree. It's an angiosperm. For angiosperm, the visible, the big part, the dominant generation is the sporophyte generation. For seaweed, when we want to talk things that are related to seaweed, we could use this prefix, phyco, P-H-Y-C-O. And our example is Phytochrome. Phytochrome. Phyco is seaweed and the chrome, C-H-R-O-M-E. We learned it before. It means color. So what's a seaweed color? Actually, phytochrome is a nickname for cyanobacteria, as we show in this picture. And one more example for phyco is phycoerythrin. Phycoerythrin, in this PowerPoint, this is the structure of phycoerythrin. It is a red, light harvesting protein found in cyanobacteria, red algae, and the cryptophytes. It is accessory to the main chlorophyll pigment responsible for photosynthesis. In every phycoerythrin, you can find this pigment called phycobilins. Phycobilin is the pigment which makes the phycoerythrin looks red. When we want to talk about soil, we could use this prefix, geo, G-E-O. And our example is geotropism. Geotropism is the movement of a plant in response to gravity, either downward or upward. Like in this picture, the roots of the plant has positive geotropism, and the shoots, the part that's above the ground, has negative geotropism, meaning it's moving against gravity. For mud, we could use this prefix pelo, P-E-L-O, and our example is pelotherapy. Pelotherapy is the body therapy using mud or clay. Like in this picture, these elephants are getting a pelotherapy. They are covering themselves completely with mud. In that way, it can prevent them from being bitten by the parasite. When we want to talk about things that are sand or sand-like structure, we use this prefix Samo, P-S-A-M-M-O. The P, the first letter P, is not being pronounced, so it's pronounced as Samo. Our example is Samo Carcinoma. Samo Carcinoma is a rare, usually unilateral and low-grade neoplasm of post-menopause female, which can arise from the peritoneum and the ovaries. Samo carcinoma actually is very rare. According to the data I obtained, in the world literature, there is only 28 cases. That's why I couldn't find a picture for it. They are being named Samo Carcinoma because the tumor has a sand-like appearance. When we want to talk about island, or things that are having a island-like appearance, we use the prefix insulo, I-N-S-U-L-O. Our example, the first example is insuloma. Insuloma, as shown in this picture, this is a insuloma. It's a isolate cell tumor of the beta cells. Insuloma usually it's benign, but when they secrete excessive amount of insulin, then that will result in hypoglycemia. Then it will require some treatment. And another example is insulin. Insulin, I think everybody knows. Insulin, as shown in this picture, this is the hexameric form of insulin. Insulin is a polypeptide hormone that regulates carbohydrate metabolism. And it's named insulin because it's produced by the isolate of Langerhans. When we want to talk about stone, we could use the suffix lith, L-I-T-H, or the prefix litho, L-I-T-H-O. Let's see our example. Our example for the suffix is statolith. Statolith, as shown in this picture, is the number 7. These are brown things. Statoliths are specialized form of amyloplasts involved in gravity sensing by plant roots and some of the invertebrates. And our example for the prefix litho is lithocholic acid. Lithocholic acid, the structure is shown in this PowerPoint. It is a secondary bile acid formed by dehydrogenation of channel deoxycholic acid in the intestines. Some of the lisocolic acid is absorbed and form conjugate with glycine and taurine. So let's review what we just done. For stone, we use lith, L-I-T-H, the suffix, or litho, L-I-T-H-O, which is a prefix. Now we finish lesson 19. Let's review what we learned this time. For spore, we use this prefix, sporo, S-P-O-R-O. For seaweed, we could use phyco, P-H-Y-C-O. And for soil, we use this prefix, geo, G-E-O. For mud, we use pelo, P-E-L-O. For sand or sand-like structure, we use samo, P-S-A-M-M-O. And for island, we could use insulo, I-N-S-U-L-O. For stone, we could use the suffix lith, L-I-T-H, or the prefix litho, L-I-T-H-O. Now we finished lesson 19. We'll give the quiz for lesson 19 later. See ya! English for Biology Major is brought to you by TCU's English for Biology Major course team. If you have any questions, don't forget to visit our FB fans page. The website is here, and you can also scan the QR code to reach to our FB fans page. This course is sponsored by Centers for Faculty Development and Instructional Resources of TCU.